Hi, this is Jeff Recaro with the Eagles Nest, and I'm here today with Brielle Anderson, a Maple Mountain senior softball player. And Brielle, I want you to talk to us a little bit about what position you play and what you've been doing and all of that, and kind of a little more. So go ahead.
Awesome. So I'm Brielle. I'm a senior in high school, like Jeff said. I play first base on the varsity team, and lately just been going to the high school with a couple teammates, throwing, hitting off tees, stuff like that, just to keep busy.
That's great. And so,
Yeah.
with the whole stoppage of thing and everything, it's good that you're able to get out and kind of, continue to hit the ball around and some of that. I know a lot of people have had a hard time even getting out to do that. So,
Yeah.
what else have you been doing in the time off?
Um, Homework, a lot of homework, which is fun. Just doing different projects for my mom. We're reorganizing, redoing a bunch of our rooms in our house, and sleeping a lot as well.
That's great. I know a lot of people have actually been doing a little watching shows and other things, and we've been asking a lot of the athletes, what's your favorite sports themed movie and why?
Um, I would say Bench Warmers. That is the funniest movie I've ever seen. So funny. I've seen it so many times I can just quote it off the top of my head. It's probably not healthy, but it's the funniest movie.
Yeah, I love bench warmers. That's actually one of our favorites here at this home. So, and one of the questions I have too for a lot of the athletes is, who is your sports hero or somebody that you look up to in sports and why?
Um, One of our coaches, Britley Anderson, she's my older sister. She's helped coach the past 3 years, I think, 3 or 4 years. And she is the funniest person. She makes the best jokes, but she also like pushes us to be like the best that we can, and she pushes us so we can get like the most out of our practice, but still have fun doing that. And so, yeah.
That's great, and that's a great hero to have, definitely.
Yes.
So as you're kind of going through practices and working through different drills and things like that, what do you and your teammates do to kind of keep things fun and exciting?
I think our team, like the 4 years I've played, we've been super, super close. We've just bonded super good. And so I think when we just make like silly mistakes, we feel comfortable enough to like laugh with each other or like just make little jokes to keep us like kind of just like on the light side and not take everything super seriously.
That's awesome. Um,
Yeah.
and and as you're doing all of this, when did you start playing softball?
So I've played softball on and off for years. I played on a couple accelerated teams when I was younger, like 10 and 12, but then I kind of gave it up and played soccer and basketball for a while until high school. Then my freshman year, I just decided to try out again, and we've just been playing ever since.
That's awesome. That's a good long time. And as you've been playing through all of that time, and even through high school, where would you say is your favorite field that you've played at?
um, of course, we love playing at our home field at Maple Mountain High School, performing for all our fans, all our parents. But one of the funnest fields that we play on is Lehigh High School. Their softball field is very small. The outfield is tiny, so it's fun. We hit a lot of home runs there. We just have a good time at Lehigh.
That's great. That is fun when they have short outfield and you can pop it over the fence. So definitely
Yes.
cool. One of the other questions we've been asking is, you've been playing for a while, and you kind of think back, what is your favorite memory from playing high school ball?
I'd have to say our state tournament 2 years ago. We got up there to the Salt Lake complex and we got all set up and everything, and then we had a rain delay. And so we all got under the bleachers, and like all the teams got under the bleachers, and we started blasting music, and all the teams just started dancing together, and it was super fun.
That's great. I actually remember one of those occurrences, and I thought that was pretty cool that all the competing teams are all underneath there just dancing around and having a good time
Yeah.
waiting for that storm to clear. Um,
Yes.
so, with this kind of ending one chapter in your life, and you're moving on, what are you doing after high school?
So I'm gonna go to Snow College, with just a couple friends. I want to study dental hygiene. So I'm gonna go there for a year, I think, and then I'm gonna go on an LDS mission.
Very cool. That sounds like a lot
Yeah.
of fun. So,
Yes.
with this time, kind of being away from sports and stuff for a little while, you probably had some time to think and kind of you know think about your time playing and practicing and all these great times. And I want to ask you, what are kind of some words of wisdom or advice that you would give to the other players or the other girls that are coming up behind you?
Um, I mean, it's super cliche, but just like don't take it for granted. Like everyone says that, but it doesn't really like hit you until it happens. But just like appreciate those practices where you've had like the most fun. Appreciate when your coaches are kicking your bum and you're doing sprints and you're not having as much fun as you want. But like when you look back, those are like the funnest times that you've had as a team.
That's great. And you know, one of the other questions I actually missed here that we were going through is as you've had time to kind of compete and you get out there and you're either up to bat or you're getting ready to start an inning, and what do you kind of do to calm yourself or get in the zone and be able to play at your best?
Um, Honestly, I just think of like the past times that I've done whatever I'm doing. So like if I'm up to bat and I'm super nervous, I just think back to the times where um I've got like a really good hit in a game and thinking you did it then and you're still nervous then, but like you've done it before, so you can do it now.
That's great. And so, do you use a lot of visualization techniques and other things like when you're practicing to kind of simulate, hey, I'm in a game, or what do you kind of do there?
Yeah, just remembering what the coaches are saying as we're practicing and visualizing what it looks like in a game will really help me just remember what I need to do and what I'm there to accomplish.
That's great. And we want to thank you for joining us today. We wanted to kind of give an opportunity for the seniors to be able to kind of have a spotlight because you didn't get your season, and you guys kind of lost out on your first. You're supposed to go to St. George, and they kind of shut down the tournament that weekend right when everything was going on, so you didn't really get a chance to play any games. So we wanted to give you an opportunity to kind of be, showcased. And so thank you for joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff.
All right. So we want to make sure that everyone follows us along. We've had some great interviews and discussions. We've just finished up talking with Brielle Anderson, and she was a great athlete at Maple Mountain, a great softball player. And so we want to make sure that you all have an opportunity to follow along and learn about other athletes that we have at Maple Mountain. So you can follow us on our YouTube channel, our Instagram page, or our Facebook page, all Maple Mountain Sports, one word, or our Twitter feed is Maple MTN Sports. If you can go ahead and give us a follow, a like, a subscribe, all of that good stuff, then you'll be able to stay up with us and get information about these great athletes at Maple Mountain High School. So again, I'm your host, Jeff Porcaro, and we thank you for joining us on the Eagles Nest.